Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. OTB here on 104.5 ESPN. T-Bob, Jake, Mario, and Danny hanging out with you today, and it is NFL schedule release day. Very excited for that. The news continues to leak out this morning. We already talked about Saints Game 1, which is going to be fascinating in its own right. Saints versus Packers, America's Game of the Week. So a game that you can find throughout the country at 3:25 on September 12th. A game that is fascinating for many reasons, but obviously first and foremost for quarterback reasons. The Saints are moving into the post-Breeze era. Nobody thought the Packers would be moving into the post-Breeze era. The post-Rodgers era, but they may find themselves in a similar situation, right? You could be talking about two teams that have been among the NFC's best for the last 15 years, and all of a sudden both are without their Hall of Fame quarterbacks and moving into completely young and unproven guys. And I wonder, like, is Jameis Winston versus Jordan Love actually more interesting than Jameis Winston versus Aaron Rodgers? I mean, I know A-Rod's a draw because he is the man.
But you know what you're getting.
But, like, if it's Jameis Winston versus Aaron Rodgers, I think the Saints are going to lose, right? I mean, like, maybe they win, it's in the Dome, and that would be such an awesome win. Like
the return of the Dome as well.
Yeah, dude, if Jameis wants to come out and make, and I'm assuming Jameis here, right? It could be Taysom, we'll see. But if Jameis wants to come out and make the Who Dat Nation completely fall head over heels in love with him immediately, go beat Aaron Rodgers in America's Game of the Week, Week 1. You want to talk about getting a hype train rolling? Danny will come in here and he'll be overflowing with positivities and I told you so's if they were able to pull that off. I mean, who's going to win the NFC South? Yeah, like it would just be fantastic. But from I wonder from like a removed viewer standpoint, if Jordan Love versus Jameis Winston would it be a bit more interesting because you're talking about taking two NFC contenders and all of a sudden you're like, okay, it can either one remain in that contender status. So is either one even going to be a playoff team?
Yeah, perennial playoff teams, and all of a sudden you break in two new quarterbacks. Who knows? I think the intrigue would be if Jordan Love was the Packers starting quarterback because we know the Saints are going to have a new starter. We assume it's going to be Jameis and Taysom, like you mentioned, still could find a way. But like if Jordan Love's a quarterback there, think of how long we've known them to have an elite Hall of Fame quarterback between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And then all of a sudden you're starting over. Because even when Aaron became the starter, he was a first-round pick. We saw what he had in the preseason. Like, we knew he had a skill set. But with Jordan Love, this cat didn't dress last year. He wasn't even the second quarterback. So you don't know what you have. And because of the way it's played out, people that don't have a dog in the fight, not a Packers fan, not a Saints fan, are going to tune into that more because of all of that. So it'd be quite interesting if Jordan Love is under center there in the Superdome. And hey, if there's any way to welcome someone to the NFL, it's in the Superdome with a crowd that hasn't been able to be there in over a year.
Dude, I mean, that would be an intense environment. Even though I would love for Aaron Rodgers to have to come to the Dome and lose after nobody took more full advantage of an empty dome last year than did Rodgers. Those hard counts were, I mean, you could hear them so clearly on the TV broadcast, like what an a-hole.
And a smirk.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he was loving it. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. Like
that is a real skill set to be able to have a good hard count.
No, and he was he was like Wendy Peppercorn. He knew what he was doing. He was just driving turning the knife a little bit to just reinforce how empty the dome was last year. So a fantastic week 1.